Breaking overnight, we're now getting a look at a screenshot of surveillance video showing the missing U.S. college student in the Dominican Republic. It stills show Sudikska Konaki, sorry I said her name wrong, it's Sudiksha, with her friends at the Rio Republic Hotel in Punta Cana on Thursday morning. The group went to the beach that morning, and investigators say she stayed behind with the young man. Police say he is not a suspect, but he has told different versions of the last time he saw her. Joining us now is Daniel Bruner, a retired FBI special agent and president of the Bruner Sierra Group, a forensic accounting and security firm. Thank you so much for being here. First, the young man who was believed to be the last person who was with her and who saw her has told police several different stories. What does this usually indicate to investigators?
Well, the most important thing about here is all the investigators are not going to look at just one possibility. They're considering all the possibilities that she may have been kidnapped, that she may have drowned. Obviously, focusing on there are some investigators that are going to be talking to this young man and finding out exactly what happened, his story, what he remembers. And obviously, from what we've understood, allegedly, the story has changed up to 3 or 4 times. And we have to understand that he may have been drunk, he may not remember, he may have been passed out. So we have to consider all the possibilities in not only focusing on one individual and not only focusing on one possibility, but looking at all the possibilities. But having this individual is very similar to the Natalee Holloway situation. You know, having investigators, some investigators focusing on him, that's very important to figure out what because his information, he was the last one to see her alive, allegedly, is very important.
When you get several different versions of what happened from someone, in your experience, do these stories often have kernels of truth in them that investigators can sort of use to go on to try to figure out what really happened?
Absolutely, because the possibility that this individual may have been involved in her disappearance, there may be some parts. So an individual, when they're being investigated, they may say little bits of truth along the lines where they're trying to tie up a lie and they're trying to cover up their tracks and to lead the investigators. So there may be some kernels of truth in there. So that's why investigators who, and from what I understand, is the FBI is involved, the legal attaches from the Dominican Republic are involved. So their expertise will be very, very valuable into analyzing, maybe behavioral analysis unit from Quantico. They'll be involved and they'll coordinate and help out the ALATs and to analyze and to look into this individual's mind to see if he was involved in her disappearance. And like you said, look at the little bits of truth that may be involved there and pick out that information, and that'll provide and create new leads for the investigators.
Yeah. And at this point, you know, we should be very clear, he is not a suspect. Police are not calling him a suspect, but they are looking into these sort of different versions of the story and trying to understand why there are different versions coming from him. There is a massive search team out there that are working on this with authorities from the U.S. and India. You talked about the different agencies. They're using a bunch of specialized marine equipment trying to find her. What can you tell me about how difficult it is to try to coordinate this when somebody is abroad, they're not a citizen of that place, and there's several different groups that are trying to come together to figure this all out and to try to find her?
Well, a situation like this is even complicated here in the United States. So having a central command center is very important to have all the information coming to one location. Obviously, hopefully in the Dominican Republic, they train for this sort of event, but the FBI is going to be there. They hopefully will provide their command crisis situation and funneling all the information into one location so that there isn't multiple streams of information and that one person finds or one agency finds out information and that's not funneled to the other agencies, which could provide a crucial clue. So it's very important that all this information is brought together. Hopefully the U.S. Navy, who has extensive experience in doing search and rescue, they'll be involved. They'll be analyzing tides. They'll be analyzing the flows of the ocean to look at possibilities of where, if she had allegedly drowned, where her body could end up. So there's a lots of different information all piping in, just like you said. So it's very important that this information all come to one central location so that there isn't one agency finding out information that may provide a vital clue to another group of investigators and putting all these pieces together.
You know, it's just devastating for a family who is sort of sitting and waiting and not being able to do anything, but trying to keep her name out there and hope that people do the right thing and help find her. Daniel Bruner, thank you so much. I really appreciate your expertise on this.
Jessica Hasbun is on the scene in Punta Cana. Jessica, what more do we know about this investigation?
Well, this investigation is definitely ongoing. This Tuesday marks 5 days since the 20-year-old university student Sudiska Konanki was last seen in Punta Cana. That screenshot is believed to be the last known image captured by hotel security of the missing University of Pittsburgh student with a group of friends at around 4:16 to be more precise, in the morning, before she disappeared last Thursday while on spring break here at the Rue Republica Hotel, as you can see behind me. In this image, Konanki is seen with 3 other women and 2 young men headed to the beach at the hotel, according to a source close to the investigation. This Monday, the FBI has joined this investigation, according to a press release by authorities. A special commission has been formed with Dominican authorities to further investigate the case. In addition, authorities have announced that they will be re-interviewing people connected to the disappearance of the young woman, including particularly that young man who is believed to be the last person to have seen Konanki, who has already been questioned by investigators and is being kept in a hotel room under police watch as the investigation continues. It's important to note that he is not officially detained, a source close to the investigation told CNN, and at this time, he is not considered to be a suspect. So as of right now, authorities here in the Dominican on the ground by air have continued this search for this young woman. The Dominican President Luis Abinader said in a press conference this Monday that it is believed that the young woman could have been caught up in a wave, and that's why there is such an operation on the ground and at the beach. Abinader went on to say that the authorities are doing everything they can to find Konanki. That search, like I said, by land, by air, and sea, includes drones, helicopters, special forces with special equipment, marine equipment, and canine units. This investigation continues, and today we've been here all morning. I have not seen the helicopters today. I have not seen the planes. We're awaiting confirmation if these planes and these helicopters are going to be circling around the beach at the hotel. But like I said, this is an ongoing investigation. This is a fluid situation with information coming in minute by minute.
All right, Jessica Hasbun, thank you.